I understand your situation. Everyone's story is a little different. But when it comes to situations like ours, there are some striking similarities. When working with husbands and wives, I'm continually amazed at the sameness I see time and again. In the last video, I mentioned that I can help you to navigate this journey through your pain. In order to do that, we need to start with our biggest villain, that is Satan. Our enemy is very crafty. However, he seems to have a short playbook. He uses similar tactics over and over. Why? Because they've been so effective for so many years. The videos on this site will uncover two of the devil's most common tactics and how you can overcome those attacks. He would like nothing more than for your marriage to end in divorce. Now, I'm not proposing that you were to stay in a destructive relationship no matter what. If you've read my book, you know this. However, if you're considering divorce, I want to share a story with you. After basketball season my senior year in high school, I was ready to be done with basketball. Though I was pretty good, I had a difficult experience in high school and I decided I just wanted to go to college and have fun. After an all-star game I played in, I received a call from Bob Nichols, legendary head coach of the University of Toledo's basketball team. He asked my mom and me to come to his office the next day because he wanted to talk with me. The next day, my mom and I found ourselves sitting with him and one of his assistant coaches. The coaches asked me some questions and then told me they wanted me to play basketball there. I was honored and told them that I'd give it some thought. Over the next week, I came to the conclusion that I didn't want to play because the allure of having fun with my friends was more important. When I told my mom, she said something which I'll never forget. She said, "I understand where you're coming from, but I really want you to give basketball in college a shot. But I can't make you do that. I only ask one thing of you. Consider your life 25 years from today. If you can tell me with certainty that 25 years from now you won't regret not giving basketball a shot, then go to school and have fun with your friends and I'll support you 100%. I'm not sure wiser words have ever been spoken to me. Over the next couple of days, I really pondered what my mom said. I realized that if I didn't give this a shot, I'd always wonder, what if? So I decided to play basketball at the University of Toledo. And you know what? It was really hard and full of a lot of pain. But it was also great. I am so thankful for my mom's guidance because I experienced so much growth and maturity during these years. You may feel that divorce could be in your future. However, it also may not be. As you know from the book, my marriage of 30 years ended, and the aftermath of that was not pretty. Though I experienced tremendous growth and profound healing, the 2.5 years post-divorce was extremely difficult. I felt like such a failure and experienced tremendous grief and guilt. In addition, as I'm sure you know, divorce negatively impacts many other people we care about, not just us and our spouse. I implore you to not rush into divorce thinking it's the easy fix. That simply is not the case. Before you consider moving forward with a divorce, I highly encourage you to make sure that you have a definite sense from God that this is what He's calling you to do. But also, in my book, I talked about how to build a life team. That is to say that you have a number of wise and trusted moral advisors who also are in agreement with this decision. I promise you the path through divorce is way more difficult than you think it will be. Through my divorce, I experienced grief like I never have before. One other important point, and I can't stress this enough, don't even consider dating or having another woman meet your emotional needs, and especially your physical needs right now. Remember, our enemy is the great deceiver. Satan would love nothing more than to help you to fall into temptation here so that he can bring destruction on you later on. I was recently coaching a female client who told me, "I'm done with him. I can't do it anymore. I'm meeting with my attorney next week and filing for divorce." I listened and we discussed a few things. I asked her if she'd be willing to read through my book before doing this, and she agreed. This was on a Friday. The next Monday she called me and said, "Jim, I couldn't put your book down and I read the whole thing this weekend. It spoke to me in profound ways, and I've already begun to build my life team, and I'm planning to follow the process you laid out. Thank you." It's now 3 months later, and she said to me recently, "I can't believe what's happened. In 3 months, our marriage has gone from me wanting a divorce to a place in which it's very, very, very good. It's so hard to believe, but I'm so thankful I didn't move forward with divorce." This literally brought tears to my eyes. Think about the story I shared about my mom challenging me to take the more difficult path of playing college basketball instead of having fun with my friends. Her whole point was that I should consider whether my future self would have any regrets. Part of true wisdom is learning to make wise decisions and avoiding negative consequences when possible. Though my marriage ended in divorce, I am so thankful that I went through the painful process that I did. I can now look myself in the mirror knowing that I did everything I knew to allow God to restore our marriage. So think about your life 25 years from now and ask, will I have regrets if I move forward with divorce without giving it all I have to try to restore my marriage? If you have really walked through all this and still feel the need to move forward with a divorce, there are some helpful things you must know. I encourage you to have a phone call with me. Just go to jimlang.net/talk, and I'd love to share some helpful things with you and pray for you. Earlier I mentioned that I'll be uncovering some of the devil's most powerful tactics to bring us down. In the next video, we'll discuss one of his tactics and how to overcome it. In fact, there's something you already have within you that can be one of your greatest weapons against our enemy. So we'll see you then.